How's it going, everybody? Zudakai here with another transmission, another video for you guys. I hope everybody's receiving this video with divine timing, love, light, peace, oneness, wholeness, prosperity, and life. Today I wanted to talk about fear and why we shouldn't fear, what the word fear means, and how to avoid / transmute that energy into positive energy that is actually going to push us further and use that fear as gasoline, if anything. So pretty much fear, the meaning of fear, false evidence appearing real. That's what fear means. Fear means that fear is false. That's pretty much what that statement says. Fear is false. And a lot of times people fall into this fear, whether it is you sending the fear to yourself, you talking to yourself in a fearful way, whether it is being projected on you. We are projected with fear from many different angles, because when we as a mass are at a lower frequency, when we are at a lower state of mind, they can control us, they can separate us, and they can control us. For instance, the news channels, they use fear they broadcast fear so that we believe false evidence that appears real, so that we can actually manifest that reality for them and for ourselves. And it's important that we do not fall into the false evidence that is shown to us, and we use critical thinking, and we take the steps necessary to live our own lives and to make our own minds, and to critically think, to use our minds, to not fall into the false perception that others push onto us. The doctors, the hospitals, they will push on false evidence appearing real, whether that's us taking a certain drug in order to feel better, where yes, that drug might make you feel better temporarily, but then later down the line it will cause another reaction which you will need another drug for. You need a surgery right now which will temporarily patch the hole, but you keep eating bad dead food, and you're gonna get another cyst, you're gonna get another cancer in another part of your body, and they're not really giving you the real solution to the problem, because they want you sick, they want your money, and they want you at a lower vibration so they can control you and they can have power over you. So we have to be aware that there's a lot of things that are going on in this plane that are keeping us at a lower frequency, a lower vibration, and it is up to us to not live in fear, to not live in stress, to not live in this false reality that is being projected onto us. If I was fearful of coming out to Mexico, I would have never been here right now. I never would have got the healing. I would have never had time to decompress, to think, to breathe, to get the sun, to buy beautiful food, to learn about the culture, to learn Spanish. I would have never done any of this. And there's a lot of people that don't take the steps, that they don't listen to their heart, they don't listen to their gut, and they don't actually go to the places that they want to go to. And it's very unfortunate, because it's all just fear. It's really all fear. It's fear of the unknowing. And when we enter somewhere, when we enter something new, when we do something new, when we change our vibration, we're going to be met with obstacles. You're going to be met with fear. You're going to be met with uncomfortability. You're going to be met with different things, and it is up to you to either use that as fuel and say, you know what, I know that I'm here for a reason. I trust my intuition, I trust my gut, and I trust the higher beings, whether that's Krishna, whether that's God, whatever you believe, whether that's the universe. I believe that I am on the right path. I trust the process. You can use that as fuel and say, you know what, I'm here for the right reason. I'm changing, and that's why this is coming towards me, because it's this is a video game. This is a video game, and you're going to be tested to see if you can get to the next level or not. And if you know that you're going to be tested, then you know that, I bet I'm on the right path. I'm going to just use this as fuel. I know this is a test. I know that this is not real. I know that the fear that I'm feeling is false. I'm going to keep going. then you're using it to get to your next level. Or you can use it in a negative way and say, oh yeah, I feel bad, I know this is going to end up badly, so I'm not even going to try. And when you say that, you fall into the false evidence appearing real. And when you fall into the false evidence appearing real, you end up becoming stagnant. You end up becoming stuck. You end up living somebody else's life. Whether that's the devil on your shoulder or whether that's something that's being projected to you from an exterior source. And it's important that we live our lives, we follow our hearts, we follow our intuitions, and we live our own lives. We follow our own path. Because if you don't follow your own path, you're going to be following the path of somebody who wants you to control you, somebody who wants to have power over you, and somebody who wants to just use you as a vessel to help their dreams or goals happen. And a lot of these people that are in power and are in higher positions, their dreams and their goals and what they want to do with this world is not positive. You're not helping this world become a better place. A lot of people also fear death in this plane. Most people fear death. And when we fear death, we just don't understand what's going to happen. A lot of people think that when you die, it just goes black and nothing happens. How can that happen? Energy can't be destroyed. It can only be transmuted. So when we pass, we transcend into another body, whether that's a higher plane and a higher frequency body and a higher consciousness body, or we enter a lower consciousness body and a lower frequency plane. That is based on what we do in this life, based on what we learn, based on what we take away from this life, and based on how we act in this life, not only towards ourselves but towards other people. If you live in a lower frequency, if you live in fear, you're probably going to enter a lower state of consciousness, a lower frequency plane, if a lower frequency body, a lower body. If you think positively, you think with your heart and you think with your intuition and you trust that, you will enter a higher frequency plane. But fear is a low vibration, and if you're fearful, if you're scared about everything, you're never going to be able to transcend. And a lot of times that we actually fear too is because the food that we eat. If you eat death, if you eat things that are dead, you're going to feel dead. If you eat food that has been stressed out, if you eat food that was fearful and that was scared and that was butchered and seen death in front of their eyes, seen their family members die, you're gonna feel all that because the life is in the blood. And they want you to eat that type of food. They want you to be fearful. They want all of that so they can control you, like I said earlier. And it is up to us to take back our freedom, to take back what is ours, to listen to our truth, to understand our truth, to walk in our truth, to say our truth with our head high, with our chest out. Because if we don't, we live in fear, and that's our choice. That's our choice. We can either live in fear, or we can live free and understand that freedom is always the answer. Being fearful is not going to get anybody anywhere. Being fearful is going to keep you stagnant, keep you stuck, and we are humans. We're meant to move. We're meant to grow. We're meant to evolve. We're not meant to stay stuck, stay fearful, and be scared of other people, other places, and other things. Nah, that's something that's being projected onto you by external forces. We should not fear anything. We should be free. We should free ourselves. Because also when we free ourselves, we can teach others how to free themselves, and we're all one. We want everybody to be free. We do not want everybody to be fearful. When we are fearful, we are stuck, we are stagnant, and that is not a place anybody wants to be. Nobody wants to be living in fear. Everybody wants to be free. Everybody wants to feel good. Everybody wants to evolve to a higher plane. And the only way that we can do that is by understanding that fear is false. Fear is false evidence appearing real. Whether that's the food, whether that's our minds telling us that something that's false, that's not real, that hasn't happened yet. Because all that really exists is what is going on right now. The future doesn't exist, and a lot of times our mind will say, oh, I'm scared of what's to happen there. That's how fear works. I'm not scared of anything right now, but I might, fear, oh, I'm scared to walk that way because maybe that hasn't happened yet. And when we put that false evidence into our head and we drill ourselves with that, we end up staying stagnant. We end up not moving forward on the path that we're supposed to move. And we end up missing an opportunity just because we're fearful. We're scared of what's to happen. When you know that Krishna, God, the universe got your back and you are going on the right path and your heart and your intuition are going to take you there, just go. There's nothing to fear. As long as you stay present, there's nothing to fear. Don't let your mind trick you. Don't let the projections of the media, the projections of the government, the projections of anything make you fearful. Understand that you have the power to do what you want, and it starts from within. Don't fear other people. Don't fear nothing. Don't fear yourself. Move with light, move with love, move with positivity, move with happiness, move with prosperity, move with oneness, move with wholeness, and you will get to where you want to get to. On that note, I gotta go. Zudakai here with another transmission. I hope everybody has received this with divine timing, love, light, happiness, good health. Till the next transmission. Amor, luz y sanación. Zudakai. Peace.